Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Dr. Wajiha and I'm here today with Public Health Line. Today we have a very exciting topic and it is called rabies. Now most of you would have heard about this particular topic, but maybe with a negative connotation related to perhaps dogs and dog bites, which has some element of truth to it. But today we're going to unpack and talk about animal rabies, human rabies and how we can prevent it. अखबारों में आप लोग पढ़ते होंगे और ख़ास तौर पे बहुत in our province in Sindh that dog की population बहुत बढ़ती जा रही है और जो हमारे stray dogs हैं उनकी population भी बढ़ रही है और साथ साथ you will be hearing about dog bite cases and perhaps children dying of rabies when a vaccine is not available at the correct hospital. To unpack this whole thing today, we have this whole dedicated session on rabies. We're joined together today by Dr. Naseem Salahuddin. Assalamualaikum, ma'am.
Salam.
So Dr. Naseem is an infectious disease specialist who actually specializes and has put in her life's work, I would say, in rabies. That's one of her passion projects. And I do remember that when I was a medical student, Dr. Naseem, back in perhaps third year, that was 2004, I did a rabies project with you back then. So we can really look into the timeline that Dr. Naseem has been working very passionately on rabies. How are you today?
Wajiha, you're absolutely right. Now we're connecting up after many, many years. What you said is absolutely right, that Pakistan, but we'll talk about Karachi because this is where we are. यहाँ पर इतनी कुत्तों की आबादी इतनी ज़्यादा बढ़ गई है कि लोग उससे खौफज़दा हो गए हैं और इनमें से जो बेशतर कुत्ते हैं वो तो नॉर्मल होते हैं, हेल्थी हैं, कुछ तंग नहीं करते किसी को, उस वक्त तक कि किसी ने उसको छेड़ा नहीं, पथराव ना किया या उसके दुम खींचे या बच्चे ने छेड़ा नहीं, तो वो अपना काम करते हैं, कूड़े करकट में जाके खाना अपना ढूंढते हैं और बच्चे पैदा करते हैं. साल में 5 से 10 एक कुतिया 5 से 10 बच्चे पैदा करती है, तो इसलिए उनकी आबादी बढ़ती जाती है.
So Dr. Naseem, this brings me to a very important question that I think our community needs to be aware about. एक normal looking dog जो stray होता है गली में versus a rabid dog या जिसको हम पागल कुत्ता बोलते हैं, वो कैसा दिखता है and how can we differentiate it? Because जो फिर पागल कुत्ता होगा obviously उसको notify करना पड़ता है to authorities ताकि फिर बच्चे बड़े और बाकी dogs वगैरह उससे मतलब वो बाइट ना होने कर सके. So can you please tell us कि वो rabid dog कैसा दिखता है?
देखिए, इतने सारे कुत्ते हैं कि आप हमेशा उसको सड़क पे डायग्नोज नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन जो पागल कुत्ता होता है वो उसका जो बिहेवियर है वो बड़ा अजीब व गरीब होता है. यानी कि वो खामखा के भागता है और किसी भी चीज़ को, पत्थर हो, लोहा हो, कपड़ा हो, उसको दांत से दबाता है और मुंह से झाग निकलती है, आंखें उसकी ऐसी हौलनाक सी होती हैं. बहुत लोग कहते हैं कि अगर उसका फोड़ा था तो वो पागल था. नहीं, फोड़े से वो पागल नहीं होता, उसके ये बिहेवियर से वी कैन डायग्नोज. और फिर जैसे वो चीज़ों को काटता है, इसी तरह सामने अगर बिल्ली आ गई या इंसान आ गया या कोई, उसको भी लपक के काट लेता है. तो ये पहले तो कुत्ता बीमार होता है ना, वो खाता पीता नहीं है और ये, लेकिन सड़क पे कोई कुत्ते को आप ये पहचान नहीं सकेंगे, लेकिन इस तरह का बिहेवियर अगर सामने आए तो आप पहचान ले कि ये रेबिड कुत्ता है और उसे तो बिल्कुल बचना चाहिए. लेकिन मैं लोगों को कहूँगी कि सड़क पे कोई भी कुत्ते को आप ना छेड़ो, ना हाथ लगाओ, क्योंकि आपको नहीं पता कि ये वाकई क्या है. बाज़ दफ़ा तो पागल कुत्ता बिल्कुल निढाल भी पड़ा रहता है, आपको नहीं पता क्या है. तो लोगों को कहना चाहिए कि उसको हाथ ना लगाए, छेड़े ना, उसको सोने दे, करने दे. लेकिन अगर कोई ऐसा बावला कुत्ता नज़र आता है तो नोटिफाई करना चाहिए. किसको करना चाहिए? KMC के कुछ वो हॉटलाइन है, वहाँ पर आप बता सकते हैं.
So डॉक्टर नसीम, आपने एक प्रोग्राम शुरू किया था फ्रॉम द इंडस हॉस्पिटल, जिसमें बाद में आई थिंक पार्टनरशिप में गेट्स फार्मा भी शामिल हुआ था, बाय द नेम ऑफ रेबीज फ्री पाकिस्तान. सो आई थिंक इट वाज अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल प्रोग्राम. उस वक्त उसकी काफ़ी अवेयरनेस एक्सेट्रा भी हुई थी एंड योर मेजर फोकस आई बिलीव वाज प्रिवेंशन ऑफ रेबीज़ बाय फोकसिंग ऑन द डॉग पॉपुलेशन. सो आप थोड़ा सा उस प्रोग्राम के बारे में हमें बताएंगी, वो क्या था, किस तरीके से बाकी कंट्रीज़ वगैरह में सक्सेसफुल हुआ और पाकिस्तान में उसके क्या नताइज थे?
देखिए, मैं तो कराची के हद तक बात करूँगी. कराची में हम और इंडस हॉस्पिटल में इतने ज़्यादा डॉग बाइट्स रोज़ाना देखते रहे, इतने ज़्यादा देखते रहे कि नेचुरली सवाल यही उठता कि why not do something about the reservoir of the animal,
the cause behind it.
So that people are not afraid. The population should reduce, and they should, even if there is a bite, dog bites someone, it should not be a rabid bite, because once rabies occurs, it is incurable. Anyway, so having thought about that, I am also quite well connected with the WHO rabies program in WHO. I'm on the committee, and what I understood from many meetings was that you should eliminate rabies by 2030 by two means. This is called the One Health program, and that is that you mass vaccinate stray dogs, and number two, try to reduce their population surgically and ethically. So this thought came to my mind, and really it should be done with multiple organizations, basically starting from the local government, the veterinarians, physicians and everyone. But this was just my lucky break that Getz company partnered with us. And what we did was we selected an area close to Indus Hospital. It's a fishing village called Ibrahim Haidari. And as a proof of concept, we started this program over there in 2019. This was with the help of Getz Pharma, with the help of WHO, which gave us about 50,000 doses of vaccine. And then we had some other very philanthropic individuals who gave us a van and a stationary container, so that we made that into operating room theaters.
A surgical container for the dogs
that's
to get
right,
neutered.
And of course, in that area, nobody knew. We went out into the community to talk to them, to get them on our side, community engagement. We lectured, we had a lot of discussions with them, and they were all very agreeable and very supportive. It was for them. Then we selected young men who we trained to catch the stray dogs and vaccinate them. So this was a whole plan that was very well laid out. We started that in January 2019 and went through it. We had a lot of challenges, no question about it. COVID came in 2020. There were floods in 2020 and 21. A lot of setbacks, but overall we functioned well. That we, within those, and then we also spread out to other areas in Korangi, in the city, elsewhere. And this was very much highlighted in the press. So a lot of people got to know about this joint program. So essentially what we did was proved to the city, the country and internationally that this program could be done. We had vaccinated more than 35,000 stray dogs in Ibrahim Haidari alone, and we had sterilized up to 5,000 stray dogs. So at least that, hoping that that population would reduce in coming years. Nothing would be visible right now for the next maybe 5-7 years, until the older dogs die off and the new puppies are not born. So this was a proof of concept and was very well received. However, we, it's not a program that Indus Hospital can run indefinitely or Getz can run indefinitely. So we wound that up and handed it to the city government. We gave away our containers, we gave our technical workers, the field workers, vaccines, everything to them, and hoping that they would continue with the program. Last year we met up with the mayor of Karachi, and he said we are doing something, but there's so many such hundreds of thousands of dogs in Karachi that I'm not sure if we can really do that very rapidly. Yeah, but this is the only way you can
Yes, that's
reduce,
the only way. And I think we proved that in Sri Lanka and in Mexico, and when we were working with the Global Alliance of Rabies Control. This was one of the most, it's called the stepwise model, and you then build onto it the way you said. کہ پھر بجائے اس کے کہ ہم انہیں مار دیں زہر دے کے یا شوٹ کر کے, دوز آر ویری ان ہیومین ویز, اور اس سے ایکچولی پاپولیشن بڑھتی ہے بیکاز یہ جو ڈاگ پاپولیشن ہوتی ہے بہت ٹیریٹوریل ہوتی ہے. And if you remember, we had that animal behavioral expert come in also.
Yes, that's right, yes.
Germany se shayad aaye the wo.
South Africa
se. So he also taught a lot of, compassion towards the animal. So it's not the poor animal actually to blame, but the virus inside the saliva, like you just very rightly said. So اس وقت تو ہم نے animal rabies کی بات کر لی ہے, cause کی بات کر لی ہے. اگر خدا نخواستہ کسی کے گھر میں کسی بچے کو چلتے پھرتے any human, if there is a dog bite, what is the first thing they should do? And usually جو ہم سنتے ہیں وہ یہ سنتے ہیں گھی لگا دیا, مرچی لگا دی, ہلدی لگا دی. تو what is the first precautionary measure first of all that they can take, and secondly once the bite has happened ان کو سب سے پہلے کیا کرنا چاہیے اور پھر کہاں لے کے جانا چاہیے؟ یہ اگر آپ ہمیں تھوڑا سا بتائیں.
ہاں بالکل, یہ سب سے اہم سوال آپ نے پوچھا کہ انسان میں ریبیز کیسے پریونٹ کریں. کتے نے تو کاٹ لیا لیکن آگے کیا کرنا چاہیے. میں ایک آپ کو مثال دوں گی کہ فرض کریں کہ پارک میں بچے کھیل رہے ہیں اور ایک کتا کہیں سے آ کر لپک کر اور 3 بچوں کو, بہت سارے بچوں کو کاٹا. بہت بھاگ گئے لیکن 3 بچے جو ہمارے سامنے ہیں.
ٹھیک ہے,
پہلا بچہ کو وہ گھر جاتا ہے روتے روتے, تو اس کی ماں کہتی ہے کہ نہیں ہمارے نانی وغیرہ وہ تو مرچی اور نمک ڈالتے تھے تو اس سے بہت فائدہ ہوتا تھا, تو کوئی مرتا نہیں تو ہم وہ کرتے. تو وہ صرف نمک ومک ڈال کے اور اس کو بند کر کے اور کہتے کہ یہ علاج ہے. دوسرا بندہ ہے وہ بچے کو کسی کلینک ہسپتال لے جاتا ہے کہ اس کا علاج ہونا چاہیے, لیکن اس ہسپتال میں علاج ہی نہیں ہے, میننگ کہ ہاں ڈاکٹر کو یا تو ٹرینڈ نہیں ہے یا تو اس کے پاس ویکسین نہیں ہے یا رگ نہیں ہے, کچھ بھی نہیں ہے, تو کہتا ہے تم آگے چلے جاؤ. اب وہ کبھی 50 یا 100 کلومیٹر دور جانے سے بہتر سمجھتا ہے کہ بہتر ہے میں گھر بیٹھ جاؤں, تو یہ بھی گھر بیٹھ گیا. تو یہ 2 لا علاج, ابھی کسی کا علاج نہیں ہوا. تیسرا یہ ہے کہ وہ اپنے ایسی جگہ گیا, بچے کو لے کے گیا جہاں پر مؤثر علاج ہو. اور مؤثر علاج سے مراد میرا یہ کہ نمبر 1, wash the wound thoroughly with soap and water for 15 minutes. 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. And not one زخم but multiple, جہاں کتے نے کاٹا, چہرے پہ, بیک پہ, اس پہ. اور اس کی وجہ یہ ہے, اس کی جو ایکسپلینیشن یہ ہے کہ جو وائرس جو سلائیوا ہے نا اس کے اندر وائرس, تو سلائیوا بھی دھل جائے, کم سے کم ہو جائے, اچھی طرح لوڈ کم ہو جائے, یا کم کیا ختم بھی ہو سکتا ہے اگر اچھی طرح صاف کریں. دوسرا یہ کہ صابن سے نا وہ وائرس مر جاتا ہے. مزے کی بات یہ کہ وائرس کے جو لائننگ ہے وہ اتنا سینسیٹیو ہے صابن سے کہ اٹ جسٹ ڈی نیچرلائزز اینڈ ڈائز آف.
So this can be done at home, Dr. Naseem? آرام سے اگر بائٹ ہو تو سب سے پہلے جا کے صابن پانی سے 15 منٹ دھوئیں.
Absolutely, this is what we want to tell everybody. Okay, so now this child's wound is properly washed because the father is aware of it, and then he takes the child to a hospital which is known for having proper post-exposure prophylaxis. We call it PEP, P-E-P, PEP. And there are not very many hospitals even in Sindh, but we at Indus Hospital have really the state-of-the-art WHO recommended way of doing it. Number 1, washing the wound, examining the wound to see what is needed. And of course, if it's a household pet and a normal healthy dog, then you don't need to do anything except wash the wound. Okay. And then once you have assessed the wound or the number of wounds and washed all the wounds, then you inject or infiltrate rabies immune globulin into it, because the virus is there, whatever virus is left has to be killed at site. Yes. So that will neutralize the virus right there. Third thing you do is, the next thing you do is to inject the vaccine into the deltoid over here, in one deltoid, the right arm, and the other in the left arm. And then you talk to the patient, you advise them, counsel them that this could be a dangerous bite, and we've done what we can, but now you have to come back on day 3, again on day 7, so that your antibodies are sufficiently built up, and by day 14, your antibodies, which will fight any virus, rabies virus, will be sufficient to kill the virus. Yes. So these steps are very essential. Your question about where should one go, We've trained a lot of people in this, but not every institution has the necessary know-how. Physicians are not always trained. They don't have a washing place. Sometimes they don't have vaccine. But we've done enough training, and we've actually established centers in Karachi and in Sindh where the healthcare personnel are trained for 3 days. We give them a hands-on 3-day training so that by the time they go back, they're well trained and they can do the work.
Great.
So we, I think, can take this little credit that we've done this bit of work. And these are the places that we tell the public that have good facilities for management. But those that are not, I mean, there's a lot of work to be done.
And just, why we're talking about this is because rabies is 100% preventable but 100% lethal virus. अगर इसको आप प्रिवेंट कर लें डॉग पॉपुलेशन में, और जिस तरीके से अभी आपने हमें बताया दैट यू वॉश द वूंड विद सोप एंड वाटर फॉर 15 मिनट्स, टेक टू द राइट प्लेस, गिव इन द immunoglobulins at the site of the wound, and then you get the vaccine in the deltoids, and at day 14 you check the levels, etc., and you repeat it. If this is done the right way, Dr. Naseem, what is the success rate of eliminating rabies?
It has to be what is WHO now calls the One Health program, One Health approach, which means it's the human and the animal aspect and the environment. So human aspect I've explained, the animal aspect which you and I through your partnership worked at. The environment we tend to forget, and that means that you have to have a clean environment. There's so much garbage, leftover food, that dogs actually go over there and eat up, and they get healthier and they reproduce more. So that element has to be looked at also. Only then we can eliminate rabies. But right now, I am personally working at preventing the human aspect by training, by giving the right kind of vaccine. And there is now an opportunity for Pakistan to get subsidized quality vaccine through WHO, through the program where we can actually purchase it at very subsidized rates from WHO. And
the human vaccine.
The human vaccine, human vaccine. Yes. And they're looking at Pakistan very closely to see how serious our health system is towards rabies, that we have enough trained people, that we teach the intradermal, low-cost, economical, effective technique of the schedule of injection of vaccine, and that we are also working at the animal aspect.
Yes.
So they're looking at us very closely, and we just hope that the government perks up and looks at it.
So I think programs like these are really important to raise awareness, not just about once a dog bites you, but also how to prevent it from the community. So like we talked about the whole fact that it's a virus in the saliva of the dog that can lead to this. So just don't provoke dogs. Like you just said, if they're laying around, they're minding their own business. वो अपनी coexistence में हमारी जगह पे exist कर रहे हैं. So let's not provoke them. So a lot of this work also needs to be done around community awareness. And I do believe that was a huge part of Rabies Free Pakistan. जिसमें main चीज़ हमें community को ये बतानी है कि it's not the dog itself to blame, but also the interaction and the human behavior towards a dog. और किस तरीके से अगर एक, जैसा आपने बताया, एक पागल कुत्ता है, एक बावला कुत्ता है, उससे किस तरीके से आपने नोटिफाई कराना है और किस तरीके से आपने उसको बचना है. यूजुअली डॉग्स विल नॉट बाइट अनलेस दे प्रोवोक्ड, लेकिन अगर अनप्रोवोक्ड कोई बाइट कर रहा है और आपने जितनी उसके सिम्टम्स बताए कि ड्रूल कर रहा है, गोल गोल घूम रहा है, हर चीज़ को जाके काट रहा है, तो दिस नीड्स टू बी नोटिफाइड. आई ऑल्सो बिलीव आपने NIH के साथ काफ़ी ज़्यादा इस पर काम किया था टू मेक दिस इनटू अ नोटिफाइबल डिजीज़. So is it a notifiable disease now?
On paper only.
On paper only. Okay.
No, not really. Yeah.
Not really. Otherwise, so अगर मैं आपसे ये पूछूं कि सालाना कितनी पाकिस्तान में डॉग बाइट्स होती होंगी या रेबीज़ के केसेस होंगे, can you give us an estimate?
हाँ, सिंध गवर्नमेंट ने, मैंने जब उनको बहुत ही अपलॉड किया कि हमें बताएं कितने हैं, तो ये बताया कि 10 महीने के अंदर सिंध प्रोविंस के अंदर 500,000 डॉग बाइट्स हुए हैं।
My God.
5 लाख कुत्ते के काट के वाक़यात हुए सिर्फ सिंध के अंदर।
पूरे सिंध।
अब कितनों को इलाज मिला, कितनों को नहीं मिला, क्या हुआ, कितने बच गए, कितनों को रेबीज़ हुआ, बच गए नहीं बचे, हमें कोई वो आइडिया नहीं है, वो नहीं है। तो हमें ये एक बहुत ही ये मसले को सीरियसली लेना होगा कि नंबर 1 अवेयरनेस हो। उसके लिए हमने गाइडलाइंस लिखी हैं, वो हम आपको बता सकते हैं ताकि डॉक्टरों को भी पता चले कि how to approach a dog bite for doing proper PEP. Other than that, we should learn not to hate animals.
Yes, exactly. It's all about coexistence.
Dog is a man's best friend.
Exactly.
And even a street dog will not harm you if he is harmless, if he does not have any disease or anything. वो आराम से बैठा बेचारा अपना खा रहा है, हम भी कर रहे हैं अपना काम, उसको भी करने दो। हाँ, वो सही कह रही हैं आप कि अगर कोई ऐसा खौफनाक वाला कुत्ता नज़र आ रहा है या एक को किसी को गहरा काटा बिला वजह अनप्रोवोक्ड बाइट, तो उसको ज़रूर आप पकड़वा दें इससे पहले कि वो औरों को काटे।
एग्जैक्टली। और जब हमने ये प्रोग्राम किया था बैक देन, आई रिमेंबर हमने तकरीबन 37,000 के करीब न्यूटर्स स्पे किए थे। मेरे अपने इलाके में अगर मैं बात करूँ, इन द एरिया दैट आई लिव इन, हम लोगों ने तकरीबन सारे ही उस इलाके के स्पे न्यूटर कर दिए थे। Until now, the ones that are there are neutered. They're not producing any more dogs, and it's a very nice coexistence. मेरे अपने घर के सामने, because I get to around 40 dogs, stray. 2-3 exacts होते हैं. They guard me all night. If there is an individual जो आ रहा है जो वहाँ का नहीं है, they will bark and they will alert. So you know, in a way, like you just said, they're man's best friend, but they also protect us. So it's all about give and take. Like we just talked about, one healthy approach. हम एलिमिनेट कुछ कर ही नहीं सकते जब तक जानवर, इंसान और एनवायरनमेंट का हम एक तरीके से ख्याल ना रखें। बिल्कुल। So thank you so much, Dr. Naseem, for being here today. I think we learned a lot, and thank you again for coming here. I hope you guys learned something from today's session. Thank you very much for being with us. And again, this is a topic which is very close to both of our hearts because we actually kind of proved it कि इसको हम अपने इलाके से, अपने माशरे से, अपनी सिटीज़ से एलिमिनेट कर सकते हैं while being compassionate. So it's not about being brutal or violent towards animals, but you can have a midline approach where you take care of animals and you take care of humans and you eliminate it from the community. Thank you so much for joining us.